Hello, my name's Daz. I'm one of Pilates teachers at Balanced, and today I'm going to take you through a dynamic flow and core strengthening session. So we'll be using some familiar Pilates movements alongside some dynamic mobility movements so that you're feeling connected with your body and just moving more efficiently and pain-free. So to begin, I'd like to stand onto your mat. Your feet set hip width apart and parallel to one another. Your weight just evenly distributed through the center of each foot. Keeping upright long through the spine, a nice relaxed upright posture. Bring awareness to your breath. So start by breathing into your nostrils deeply. Fill the lungs with air, and as you exhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Reach out for the full length of the arms and slowly circle up towards the ceiling as you lift through your back, your shoulders, through your spine towards the ceiling above you. And just holding the position. Close your eyes if you like, but for the next 10 seconds or so, just bring your awareness to your breath. Pull the air as you breathe in from your belly to the back of your ribcage and lungs. Feel expansion as you breathe in. And as you exhale now, slowly circle the arms back, around and down to your sides again. Let's do that once again. So integrate and breathe with the movement. Taking the breath. Exhale, sweep the arms out. Think about pulling the shoulder blades together as you circle the arms up high, moving through the back, the scapula, reaching up high to the ceiling above you. Breath in. Exhale, circling out, reaching downwards and outwards. Okay, just one more. Breathing first. Relax the legs. Knees aren't locked out, soft position there. Sweeping up. Just nicely centered and grounded. Okay, now at this point, cross the right foot over the left. Balancing. Thighs together, squeezing towards the glutes. Grip your right wrist lightly and shift your weight towards your right hip. And forming a crescent moon shape as you exhale, sweep over and across to your left hand side. Take a few deep breaths in and slow exhales out here. Just feel that stretch from the right hip and above. Pulling the air, laterally breathing into the right side. With expansion of the spine, lengthening of the spine as you breathe in. And the next exhale, release. Bring the arms back around again. Come back to hip width stance. Cross the left foot over the right. Again, square the hips and pelvis. Taking a breath. As you exhale, circle the arms high. Gripping the left wrist. Shift your weight toward the left hip. Squeeze into the glutes. Lift over and across to your right hand side. Breathe deeply in. Drawing the air to the left. Lengthen through the spine as you breathe in. Exhaling, encouraging a slightly longer stretch across now. Reaching a little further. Next exhale out. Circle the arms wide and round. Bring the feet back to a hip width stance. Relax there for a moment. Feet at hip width. Okay, now one last variation from here. Breathe in. As you exhale, start to circle the arms up towards the ceiling once again. Except now, as you lift, a bit of ankle mobility. Start to slowly march up and down. You may feel a new few audible clicks and pops in a reassuring way as you start to mobilize through the ankle joints. So toes are flexed on one foot, opposite heel is pushing backwards. It's a long stretch towards the ceiling above you, keeping height and length through the spine. Maybe several more like this. Just letting the breath flow here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet flat, arms come back around and down. Okay, roll the shoulders. Ease off any tension that may have accumulated, circling one way. Then the other. And then having done that, set your feet now into a wider stance. Square the hips and pelvis. Fold the arms across the chest. Okay, It's a bit more dynamic motion. So feet slightly wide in the shoulder width, toes turned out at 10 to 2. A little bit of mobility through the hips and spine. Fold the arms in, draw the shoulders away from the neck, lightly hinge forward from the hips. So you're effectively parallel to the floor for the full length of your back and neck here. Heels pushing back into the carpet or mat beneath you. As you exhale, circle to your right side. Come up. So you're upright, take a slight back bend at the top, open through the hips, squeeze into the glutes. Come round across to your left, take a breath in. And exhale to circle round, up, back, breathing in from the top, exhaling around. Now notice as you come down, you want to shift your weight towards your heels, feel more of a connection through to your hamstrings, and perhaps your calves if you're feeling tight there. That light stretch for the inner thigh and hips. If you're feeling a bit more flexible and mobile, you can take a slightly wider stance as you move here to encourage just a little bit more of a lengthening feel and effect and stretch there. Still going in the same direction. So again, breathing in, exhaling, circling around. Just feel that through the hips, back of the legs as you come around and down. On this next one, lift up to the right. Pausing, take a breath, and reverse. Keep both feet grounded lightly, circle around and across to the left now. As you lift over, look over the left shoulder, slight back bend, right across. Exhaling through. Once again. Okay, just rest in the center now. At this point, just place your fingertips to the floor there. Just stabilize yourself for a moment. Maintain that wide split stance into the legs. The feet just lightly grounded. See now if you can bring your arms behind you. Interlock your fingers and just fall forward slightly from your waist. And try to lift your shoulders away or pull your shoulders away from your neck. Bring your arms straight and back towards a roof behind you. Just create that stretch through to the shoulders there. Taking a few breaths in this position. 3, 2, as you exhale slowly, so let the arms fall. So welcome relief, just really loose and relax for the arms, shoulders and neck at this point. And then place the arms back into the chest there. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just slowly lengthen back up through your spine till standing upright. Okay, bring the feet slowly in to about a hip-width stance. Perhaps shake off the legs there for a moment. Come back to your Y stance. One more time. One more variation, a windmill rotation from standing. So this time around, bring the arms wide, square the hips and pelvis, reach out for the arms, pull the shoulder blades together, lengthen the neck. As you breathe out, take a forward fold. Adding rotation, right hand to left foot, looking over the left shoulder, lift, draw the left arm up and back, lift the chest towards the ceiling, hold for 2, 1, as you breathe out, rotate across to the opposite side. So take around 3 to 4 seconds in each position. Breathing into the stretch, exhaling to move to the opposite, create a bit of external rotation in the top arm and shoulder area. One arm sweeping down low, one arm sweeping, rotating high. Lifting the chest, turning into the stretch. Breathing out as you move. If you're feeling a little more flexible, perhaps you can take a slightly wider stance. You can try to wrap the fingertips around the heel there, or just simply reach towards the heel. Whatever feels most natural with your body. You can bend the knees slightly should you feel you need to, if you're quite tight through the hamstrings perhaps. Going for one more each. reaching for 2, 1. Slowly come back to center, bring the fingertips to the mat, and just side walk the feet in. So the feet about hip width apart. Now from that position, take a slight forward fold. Soften the knees slightly. Allow the arms and shoulders just to hang there. Fingertips towards the toes. Just feel the stretch through to the lower back, perhaps calves and hamstrings. And with your weight through the center of each foot, take a breath in. As you exhale, just slowly scoop the tummy in and begin to reconnect upwards through the spinal column, creating that articulation back up one disc at a time. The hips coming forwards, the shoulders sliding back now with the neck, and find the chin lifting. Okay, so from the upright position, let's use the full length of our space. So you have a mat, come and stand towards the edge. Just changing your alignment. Now at this point, feet hip width again. Drop the chin towards the chest. As you breathe out, start to roll down through the spine. Lightly scooping the tummy in. Allowing the arms, shoulders and neck to literally melt towards the floor. Feel a bit of a stretch now through to the back of the legs and through to your lower back. Pausing for a few moments. Get a sense of that stretch. As you start to breathe out, walk your hands forwards, coming into a front plank position. Okay, so a little bit of core stability and strengthening for a short while here. Lengthen the neck. Press the palms light down to the mat, turn the elbows in, stabilize the back and shoulders. As you exhale, lightly scoop the tummy in, perhaps squeeze the glutes, supporting the spine. Bring awareness to your center, into your abdominal area, and hold yourself in position for 10 seconds. Deep breaths in and out. 5, 4, 3, take a breath in. As you breathe out, hitch the hips up. Walk the hands back slightly. Try to push your heels down as you move into a downward dog shape. Okay, forming that V shape. Press the palms into the mat. Turn the elbows inwards. Squeezing in towards the armpits to stabilize the back and shoulders, whilst pressing the heels back into the floor if you can there. If you're on your toes, just walk your hands slightly closer back towards your feet so you can get more grounded through your feet behind you. You can bend the knees slightly if you're feeling quite restricted or tight. Otherwise, just hold and maintain the position, perhaps shifting from side to side, or even the marching the feet up and down. Whatever feels best for your body currently. Any combination of those two for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Come down to the knees, bring the knees together, take a recovery, sit back towards the heels, slide the arms forwards, and take the short stretch. Couple of breaths here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, start to come out from that position. Bring yourself up into a 4-point kneeling position next. So, set the knees hip width, set the hands shoulder width apart, separate the fingertips. Just ensure the shoulders are slightly behind the wrists. You have a long spine position. Try to imagine there's a tray running across your spine of expensive drinks which you're not trying to spill. So the back of your head, between your shoulder blades, and the base of your spine are pressing lightly, supporting that tray. So for this position, you want to hover the right knee off the mat lightly, squeeze into the right armpit, turn the right elbow inward slightly to stabilize your back and shoulder, and then kick back your right leg behind you, squeeze into the right glute without feeling the shift through the spine, keeping the tray from before in place. Now slowly bend the right knee back in. So exhale to kick back. Breathing to bend. Notice how the stability is required for the right hand side. You're trying to keep your left knee as vertical as possible without shifting your weight over to the left to compensate. Your right knee should also graze the mat, only touching down if absolutely necessary to reset and make any adjustments. So kick back, squeeze the right gluteal, center the hips and pelvis, and then if you want to progress the movement further, take the left hand to fingertips first, destabilize you a little, or alternatively, bring the arm out in front of you towards whatever's in front of you. Okay. At any point, bring the hand back down to reset, particularly if you're fatigued for your shoulder and wrist position. Let's continue this for a little while longer. So again, the exhale to kick back, the breath in to bend. Just maintain that flow for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the last one, bring the left hand to a flat position, kick back the right leg, lengthen through the crown of the head, draw the breastplate up and through. See if you can bring the left arm out wide to the side, level the shoulder blade. Brace for a 10-second count. Hold there for 9, 8, 7, 6, long through the spine, lift it for 5, stable for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, turn the palms to the ceiling, come back down to another sharp stretch, release through the back and shoulders, hold the position for a further 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come back into a 4-point alignment. Transitioning to the opposite side. Knees hip width, hands at shoulder width, lengthen the neck. As you exhale, kick back the left leg, pressing the left palm in to the carpet or floor, squeezing to the left armpit, center and stabilize. Slowly bend the left knee back in. Exhale to kick back. As the left leg extends straight, squeeze left gluteal. Minimize the shift of your body to your right knee and hip. And bring your focus and awareness to the stability through your back and shoulders and that left side, the centering of the hips, engaging the abdominals. The right hand is feeling lighter. You can go to fingertips. You can try to hold the arm out ahead of you again like you're flying. Bring it down whenever you need to reset. Particularly if you start to fatigue through the left hand shoulder position. So make any little micro adjustments that you need to. But continue this sequence for a little longer while still. Again, the exhale to kick back, the breath into bend. Just maintain this flow now for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kick back. Reach the arm out ahead of you to the side. Lengthen through the spine. Stabilize for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Coming down again. Shift back, reach the arms forwards. Bring the head down towards the mat again. Recovery for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Kneeling upright, bring the left leg forwards. So you're now into a split stance. Back toes are flexed. Square the hips and pelvis. As you exhale, just slowly sink into a right hip flex and thigh stretch. Turn the left knee out slightly to the side to open through the left hip. Squeeze into the right glute muscle. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, deepen into the abdominal slightly. Keep yourself really centered and engaged into that right hip area. Start to bring the arms overhead, lifting towards the ceiling. Just a very slight back bend. Left knee sinking forwards, right knee pushing down. Exaggerating the stretch in the right hip. As you balance for 2, 1, releasing and repeating. So you're Essentially moving dynamically in, holding a few seconds as you lift, squeeze to the right, breathing out to release. Let's do one more like this. Once again, lift and reach for a count of 3, 2, 1, and release there. As soon as that's done, changing legs. Square the hips, toes are flexed behind you on the left foot. Slowly hinge forwards, turn the right out, slide to the side. As you exhale, squeeze into the left gluteal, tailbone tuck, belly button slightly deepening into the left hip. Bring the arms overhead, looking upwards, slight back bend. Bring your awareness to your breath and the stretch for your left hand side as you reach now. Release. Take the breath in first. Exhale, sink forwards and lift. Breathe into it, release again. Once more. So reaching up. 3, 2, 1, and slow release. Moving into a half side plank and climb. Come on down to the left hand side. Focus again, back to the core and back towards the gluteal muscles, also incorporated in this as part of the core sequence. So from here, knees are stacked, hip is tilted forward slightly, right arm is lifted, raise the right knee, press the heels together, hold this position for around about 30 seconds or so. Heels are pressed together, it's a closed chain. You're lowering your right knee slightly and raising again. Elevation from the left hand side, keeping intensity and focus into your obliques on the left. Top hip just tilted forward slightly. And the clock is ticking, I haven't quite forgotten yet. So count down here. Breathing in, breathing out. Think about softening the ribcage down as you raise. Feel the bite into your right gluteal as well as your left to support. Go now for another 10. Fingertips can come down to support if you need to. Any micro adjustments by lowering yourself down up if you fatigue. Hang in there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow release coming back down again. Okay, transition to the other side. Right hand comes down, or right forearm, stack the knee and hips, tilting forwards, left arm high, top hip tilted forwards a little. Again, soften the ribcage down, press both heels together, squeeze into the left glute at the peak of the movement, into the right. The obliques, particularly above the right hip, working in this alignment. Long through the neck. It's around about 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release, touching down. As soon as you release, take a seat, lie back and hug the knees towards the chest. Rock the spine out from one side to the other. Get a little recovery. And if you grip onto the back of your legs and bring these together, elbows tucked in slightly, you want to roll like a ball. So draw the knees in, lifting tailbone off the mat a little, coming up, and then back again. Just find a steady flow here. Try and ensure that as you lift upwards, that your heels just stay a little off the mat, just keeping that focus onto the abdominal area, the lift or release of the spine as you come down again. Back going onto the back of your head. Not trying to stretch your neck here at all. It's more like a little massage. A bit of a stability at the top end as you hover. Last couple. 3, 2, And 1, coming back upright to seated. Okay, as soon as that's done, if you can come back to a 4-point position again, just one more time. Knees hip width, hands set shoulder width, long spine, take a breath in. As you exhale, hitch the hips up. Now on your tiptoes this time, just center and stabilize there. Pushing away from the mat, turn the elbows in, lift the hips high. Just start to march again through the calf, Achilles and ankle joint. Couple more. Just driving the heel backwards to the floor there. 3, 2, 1. And then lift onto the toes high so the calves are flexed. Take a breath. As you exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet slowly. Small steps coming in. So you're looking down behind you. Try to straighten into the legs a little bit more now. Try to encourage a little bit more stability, perhaps into the fingertips of your hands by your toes. Just fold them forward slightly. Get a sense of that stretch, perhaps now feeling a little more length and range of motion from when we started. And as you breathe out, draw the tummy in, begin to roll back upwards through your spine towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders down, lengthen neck to standing tall again. Moving into center. Take the left hand to the right shoulder blade, turn the head, tilt the chin light down to side, and take a stretch for the left hand side of the neck and trapezius, a very common source of tension. We often accumulate stress. As you breathe out, just deepen into that stretch for a short while more. 3, 2, release, coming back to center again. Bring the right hand now up and across towards the left shoulder blade. Turn the head to the left, tilting the chin down a little. Reaching again. As you breathe out, a little increase in the stretch. 3, 2, 1, release there. And then from here, just roll the shoulders off circles, going one way, going the other. Back to a relaxed position, take another deep breath in, and to finish, exhale to circle the arms high towards the ceiling like we did at the beginning. Hold the stretch in place, lengthen through the spine. Breathe deeply in, slowly out for a couple of seconds longer. Close your eyes if you wish. Take a deep breath in. As you begin to exhale, bring the arms down into a relaxed position. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.